Alright guys, BLM here, back with more Assassin's Creed 3, we're continuing on. It's a bit later in the day, it's a little bit in the afternoon, it's what, like 2:30. But yeah, we're gonna do this mission here, finish up sequence 5. And then afterwards we'll go ahead and do a lot of open world stuff, because again, a lot of the open world stuff starts after sequence 5. Especially a lot of the homestead stuff, so we'll do a lot of the homestead stuff, I feel like, after this. So dumb. Yeah, but there's a lot of pop in there. This looks nice here, though.
She is solid?
Aye. Weatherly and sleek. She'll fetch
Faulkner
12
doesn't look
knots in
too
a stiff
bad.
Gale, near a ship from here to Singapore can outrun her on her best day. What do you say we take her out?
Yeah, I think it
Show
all
you
comes
what
down
she
to
can do
lighting.
firsthand.
Where would we go?
As it happens, she still needs guns and the officers to command them. We'll launch straight away. Don't worry, lad. I'll make sure you sprout good sea legs.
Alright. So you go first
Haul in
naval
the
mission.
mainsail, get up the rigging! Hand over fist! Come on, men!
I remember this was
Let's
such
get her
a
out where
big
she
thing
needs to
back
be.
in, what, 2012? When this was announced that there was going to be naval gameplay. But, yeah. I don't really care. I never liked naval gameplay in AC3. I don't know, it's just kind of clunky. I mean, it's the worst naval gameplay out of the series so far. Again, there's been, what, 5 games now? Yeah, wow. 5 out of the 11 games have naval gameplay. Actually, never thought about that. Holy shit. But,
Come on, lad. No time
yeah,
like
because
the
what, the only
present.
ones since AC3 not to have naval gameplay are, what, Unity and Syndicate, right? I never actually thought about that until now.
Double time, boy. It's time
But,
you learned.
yeah, I mean, the naval gameplay here is kind of clunky. Let's see if they
Take the
improved it,
helm.
but either way, it's probably still pretty clunky. I think 4 has the best. 4 and Rogue.
Come on,
And
she
Rogue's
won't
similar.
bite.
And they're both pretty much the same thing. Rogue has some minor improvements, but I do feel like it feels I don't know, it doesn't feel as good as it does in 4, but it has minor improvements.
Yeah, killer flies again. Do you feel it, lad? Set a course for Martha's Vineyard. We'll find our guns and officers there.
Again, this looks
She's a nimble
really
vessel,
nice,
but
though.
the faster she goes, the more cumbersome
Like,
she
graphically,
grows.
this looks really
The further
good,
your hand
but
needs to be. Enjoy this stretch of open water before we come upon those shallows.
yeah, but again, still, the
Call
character
for
models are
full sail
fucked.
if you like.
Full sail. I love if we can hear him saying it, but we're not. Like, are we in full sail? Oh, I guess we are.
Wind looks to be shifting. Stay alert, Connor. Gusty winds can be difficult to manage.
Okay. But yeah, I'll probably only record like 1 episode here, but yeah. So I did end up recording the audio for my other 2 videos, because earlier today I recorded the audio for my AC3 video that I was gonna make. I did also go ahead and record the audio for the future of Assassin's Creed, and also for the possibility of Survivor All Winners. So I recorded the audio for those 2 videos. I haven't done anything with them, but I have it recorded so I can put them together whenever I want. I also did started doing homework. I went through all the criteria and all that sort of stuff, and yeah, to be honest, it's not going to be that big of a project. It's actually not as big of a project as I thought it was, but it's going to take some time to like figure out what I want to do with it, though. But
Won't
either
get
way.
very far beached on a shoal. Ease her off. Slow her down to half sail. Mind those other vessels. Hold your tack to keep your right of way.
Eesh.
Mother Mary, watch it. We just pitched
Okay.
her off.
Fuck. Well, that happens. Yeah, this is also the first game, I believe, where they took out the ability to kill citizens. Because you could in AC 1 through 4, but you would, I mean AC 1 through Revelations, but you would eventually get desynced if you did too much. But here they took it out, and I believe it remains out until Origins, right? I think Origins is where they start adding that back in, where you can kill civilians and stuff. Again, why would you really want to? But it's like, still, I mean, it was an option. I don't know why they took it out of this game. Oh, whatever. Okay. Where's it? It's over there. Okay. Again, this is a pretty boring mission. I mean, again, we spend this entire time just learning how to maneuver a ship. And then after this, we get, like, basic combat stuff, which is also pretty boring. Again, I don't find the naval gameplay fun at all in this game. But we're going to do it. We're going to do the naval contracts and all that. I mean, there's actually assassination that happens through them that... like, again, it's kind of... like, there's a lot of stuff in this game that's weird that it's not mandatory. Because there's a lot of stuff here, like a lot of side content you would think would be pretty important. But it's like, for some reason, it's never mentioned. Like, again, you assassinate, Nicholas Biddle, right, is his name? Who's this guy we're about to meet in a second here. Through the main story. Like, you meet him through the main story, but you don't kill him unless you do all the naval missions. It's really weird. Same thing with the homestead missions, again. Like, some of them are actually pretty important to Connor's character development.
After all these years, you sail all the way to the vineyard to pay me compliments?
We are looking for David and Richard Clutterbuck.
Nice to see you, too.
Robert Faulkner, where the hell you been?
Sorry for leaving like I did, lads, but where I was going, no one could know.
Okay, the lighting just
Still working
completely
much?
changed, but whatever.
No, between contracts at the moment.
Well, we're looking for gunnery officers. What would you two say to working with me again?
We'd be for getting into a few more scraps.
Good show. The Aquila is a fine vessel. We're fitting all the guns as we speak.
Looks like your friend's about to catch a beating.
Where is Charles Lee? I don't much care for your tone. Why?
Oh, I didn't realize that was Ben Church.
Hey, you don't want to be
I
doing
kind of
that,
forgot about
Biddle.
that. And there's
Bobby
Biddle.
Faulkner turned to wet nursing. Good you finally realize you're a
Like,
shite
his character model
sailor.
is so
whoa,
fucked.
not in here, gentlemen. Better still, not at all. Bobby, take your friends and get out!
Let's go, boys.
Wait, why are we leaving?
Our guns ought to be ready. Come on.
Okay. It's kind of weird how this is the first game to have naval combat, but it's also the most modern game to have naval combat. It's really strange how that's the case. Was this a thing before? I just realized. Was this a thing? That you could walk around the ship? I don't remember that, actually. Was that a thing? Maybe it was. I don't remember.
What the bloody hell was that about?
Okay.
The older
fine.
man is a Templar. Who was he with?
Templar? The young buck was Nicholas Biddle. Nobody. Sails before the mast. Midshipman for the Crown.
Are the guns ready?
Aye, but we won't jump in over our heads. We'll find a suitable target and show you how they work. We've fitted her with a modest amount of guns to start, but rest assured there's ample room to add more should you feel the need.
Yeah, that's something I didn't even know was in AC4 until a lot later, was that you can upgrade your ship. Like, I never noticed that for some reason until... which obviously we'll be doing.
Looks
But
like
I never
a
noticed
British
that until
frigate
probably
with
like
half
one of my
seas
last
over.
few times playing the game.
Should do nicely for a spotted
Yeah, I
target
never actually
practice.
100% completed
Bring around
3.
broadside, and when all
And the
guns
closest
are
I
on
got was
target,
actually one of the last few
call
times I played
fire.
it, because I don't know, there's just 3 never really, I don't know, I just never really cared enough to do it for 3.
Well done, boy. Now, aim all guns at her bow and do as much damage as possible.
Some old powder in there.
Good. Now give the swivel guns a turn. More precise. Hit those old powder barrels and light up the sky.
Go.
Not bad for a spud, Captain.
You are a fast learner.
Provided something interests me.
Ah, getting a taste for the open sea, are we? We'll make a jack tar out of you yet. Now we should be getting back. The old man is like to have my hide for keeping you out so long.
Let's do it. Obviously, we're gonna be attacked. Okay. Alright, where are they? Oh, it's this way.
Why is he shooting at us?
Destroying property of the crown, disturbing the king's peace, take your pick.
What do we do?
Naught else but to fight back. Sink the bastard.
Oh, I forgot you can use swivel gun without attacking initially first. Go. Is that it?
English frigate!
I was gonna say, I could have sworn there was
me
more.
betwaddled, another one. Where in the
Betwaddled?
bloody hell did she come from?
Wait, oh, wait, was this? I didn't mean to do this, but... Okay. I forgot about that. Yeah, obviously they improved all this with 4. Whatever. Ah, shit, I fucked that up. Did not mean to do that. Damn it. Fuck. Oh no, we're almost dead. There we go. Got it. Oh, we didn't get the brace thing? Oh well, whatever.
Carry on, sailor. Not bad for your first voyage, eh, boy? Now we best be getting back, or the old man'll have my guts for garters.
It's also weird to think that at this point, Black Flag had already been in development for 1 year. Because Black Flag started development right after Revelations ended. So yeah. Okay.
I got 'em! All of 'em! You get what I need,
Just
and I'll
peg leg.
give 'em to you. Simple. You got a ship. Could find 'em all to boot.
Who is that man?
Him? Some old salt always on about letters he's got from Captain Kidd. Nonsense, really, but he doesn't hurt no one, so I'll leave him be. Talk to him if you fancy, but be warned he'll chew your ear off. Anyway, the Aquila's here for you. If you should get a pang for the open sea, we'll be waiting. Now, I implore you to head up the hill before the old man comes out of retirement just for me.
Alright. This is the end of sequence 5. So as I said, after this we'll do a lot of free open world stuff.
Goodbye before you left.
Okay, they just cut off the thing, but fine. Isn't it also
Sorry.
weird that, yeah, again, supposedly we were gone for weeks.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, here we go. We're about to become an assassin.
Put them on.
Okay.
Once upon a time, we had a ceremony on such occasions. But I don't think either of us are really the type for that. You've your tools and training, your targets and goals. And now you have your title. Welcome to the Brotherhood, Connor.
Well, there we go. Okay, they just cut that off. Whatever. Sequence 5 complete. Isn't it funny that Connor becomes an assassin within 2 sequences? When, like we play as Hatham for 3. Okay, here we go. Oh, we're going to Manhattan.
Welcome back, Desmond.
I guess we'll do it now
Really
then.
happy to hear there's actually good news for once.
Yeah?
I've managed to locate a power source, and it's relatively close by. Up for a trip to Manhattan?
Is it safe to leave? Abstergo's gotta be looking for us.
Obviously it's not safe. Can't exactly sit around here hoping to get lucky, though, can we? We need that power source. Besides, I'm sure you can cook up some way to hide our movements.
Maybe. The Templars have access to all kinds of satellites and camera systems.
So I guess we'll spend the rest of the
We'll
episode
need to
doing
find
modern
a way
day,
to
the
mask our digital
modern day
signature.
stuff.
I can probably camouflage the van, too. There's not much I can do for us.
That's an easy one.
Okay.
Local utility companies have assured the public that they're completely prepared for the upcoming solar maximum. Disruptions to service are expected to be minimal.
If only they knew.
Why is there an echo?
What's this?
A remote-operated camera. It'll provide us with a feed while you're on mission. This will let us talk to each other.
We're almost there, so listen up. The artifact is in an office penthouse in Lower Manhattan. At this time of night, direct infiltration is going to get you noticed. I think we're better off having you drop in from above. What do you mean, above?
Which I really love this mission from a gameplay perspective. Yeah, everything about this modern day though is so rushed, but the gameplay here is fun.
Can you hear me? Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Yep, reach you just fine. Now why don't you power up the camera? I've got pictures. Running diagnostics. Perfect. I've got a nice, strong signal.
Okay. Let's go. Again, this looks really nice. Okay. Shit. Fuck. Okay, if we don't fuck it up, from a gameplay perspective, I think this might be one of my favorite missions. And we already fucked it up. Cool. I keep fucking this up. I can't even see. Okay, yeah, this is not going well. Here we go. There we go. Cool, we got it. Again, if we didn't fuck up, this is one of my favorite missions. Oh my god, we're fucking up so bad. Oh my god, okay. Because again, it's pretty much just pure free running. It's a lot of fun. And we do get 2 more Desmond missions after this, but they're not free running based. Like the next one's stealth based, and the final one's just kind of what the fuck. Like here we go.
Oh, don't hold still. It's a lovely view.
Seriously, Sean? Fuck you.
All right. I think they changed the animation for that, by the way. You're originally supposed to like slide under. Instead, he kind of ducked under, which isn't as fun. Oh, whatever. Yeah, again, like I think this is the thing. Like, it really irritates me when people say that the AC3 modern day is the best modern day in the series, because it's like it's so rushed. It's so rushed, and it doesn't. Like, the thing about the AC3 modern day is that it kind of doesn't, like, what I find, essentially, like, I think Brotherhood's the best modern day, and it's not even close, really. I think Brotherhood's far and away the best modern day. I would probably have this ranked in, like, number 3 or so. I think probably around, like, I don't know, I think 1's modern day is number 2. This is probably number 3. Because, like, stuff happens. So I mean, at least that's something. The Ray makes it better than a lot of other modern days, but it's like, the stuff that happens is like extremely rushed. It's like they don't really take the time to actually, again, like the stuff with Daniel Cross, which was a really cool thing back in the day. I was so excited to see Daniel Cross, because like Daniel Cross is a character from the comics. He's from fuck, what's it called? Oh my god, I can't think of what it's called. The Chain of the Fall. Oh no, I'm a fucking idiot. Oh my god. And yeah, he's a great character. Again, he's essentially the assassin that led. I mean, he killed the Mentor in 2000. He's essentially the reason why the assassins are where they are now, where they're struggling to keep up with the Templars, because of Daniel Cross being a sleeper agent in killing the Mentor. And now, obviously, he's a Templar.
Once you reach the top of the lit up crate, you should be high enough to make the jump.
Yeah, this was a complete clusterfuck, by the way.
Well, you might want to worry a little. I'm pretty sure she was high when she was running the numbers.
Sean!
A joke. It was a joke. Or was it?
Okay. There we go. But like Daniel Cross is like, they just kind of like shove him off. Like, it's so dumb. Like a lot of the shit that happens to Daniel Cross is like the guy who's supposed to be like the strongest assassin and everything, and then like most skilled assassin and everything, and then like we just fucking like hit him with the power source once in the face, and he's like fucking done. And like when we assassinate him, it's just we assassinate him, and like nothing else comes out of that. Mind you, there were final words that were recorded, but they're not in the game for some reason. Like again, there's a lot of cut audio from this game that I don't get why they cut. Like if there were other things to cut, I feel like that wouldn't have been my choice to cut that, but whatever. Shit. Cut. I love how he takes that off just to still have a backpack on his back. Alright, here we go. Daniel Cross's first appearance. Yeah, why are they keeping this, by the way? This is really dumb too. It's like, why these people just randomly have the power sources?
That wasn't so bad.
So, you must be Desmond.
Not exactly what I expected. But I guess your kind doesn't have many options these days.
Who are you?
Ask your father. Now give me that.
I don't think so.
Look. I'm not supposed to kill you. But the boss man didn't say anything
about fucking you up.
So you got to count.
See, this is dumb. Something really that stops like the guy who's supposed to be like the best assassin. Like really? And something else that I wish they did, but they never actually did this in the story, is that they made the mentor that Daniel Cross killed in 2000. I wish they made him like Desmond's grandfather. Because it just makes sense, but they never did that.
He used to be an assassin. The assassin, the way I've heard it told, but it turned out he was a sleeper agent for Abstergo, programmed to infiltrate and destroy the organization.
How did he know you were there? We could be compromised.
They must have caught me snooping inside their network and sent Cross to see what we were after. If they were aware of our current location, we'd know. Though, I will say this. It doesn't bode very well for future expeditions.
I've set up some cameras topside. If anyone shows up, we'll see it.
I'd suggest you go see about finding a socket for that power source. Or we can return to Connor if you prefer. All the artifacts in the world won't mean a thing without the key.
Yeah, this is also another thing that I believe Alex Hutchinson said that he regretted, is that he didn't make this forced on you, for you to do the power source now. Because it is kind of dumb, because you can wait until the very end of the game and do all the power sources at once, and it's just kind of dumb. But we're going to do them now. We're going to do them as we get them. So, do the first one, which is up here. After that, we're going to talk to people in the modern day, and then we'll end the episode.
In the beginning, when we thought we could be saved, we sought to face the sun's wrath and contain it. 4 towers would be built to pull her fury into this place and dispel it. But even with all we knew, with all we had, it would take too long. 1,000 years we could labor and still the work would not be done. The first tower was never completed. The project abandoned. We moved on. But while we labored on other endeavors, a few returned. They thought to automate the process. Metal might finish what flesh could not.
Okay. So again, this goes through all the different plans that they had for how to stop the catastrophe and how they all failed. Shit. Cool. Cool. Not what I meant to do at all. How do we get back up? Oh, fuck off. Cool. Well, that happened. I think we're supposed to go up here. And then there's a thing to... yeah, here. Here we go. One of these mentioned Ida, or Aita.
If we could not meet the sun's cruel embrace,
And obviously that's more important in future
perhaps
games.
we might rebuke it.
Here's a Ring of Eden.
Already we could generate fields to protect us.
I believe
in
at the
times of
time it
strife.
was called a Shard of Eden, right? I think they
These
changed
were
the name
small
since
and
then.
simple things.
Because now there's a different
To
Shard of Eden.
replicate them on a scale the size of a world.
But still.
We lack the energy to make it so. Half the world, they said then. It is better than none at all. We tried. Again, we failed. A quarter, they asked. Even this we could not do. A 6th, an 8th, a 10th, they cried. The answer was still the same. Perhaps in time a city might be spared.
Juno's pretty short, isn't she?
But it was time we did not have. So we moved on.
I actually never paid attention to that. Yeah, how tall are these? Isu. Oh, whatever. Here we go.
Wonder what's inside.
Only one way to find out.
Two more. How convenient, right? That this first one just so happens to open up the other one. Shit. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk to the crew before we head back to the Animus.
I know everyone thinks I'm being silly, but I can't shake the feeling we're being watched.
We are being watched. By Juno. Or some version of her.
Do you think it's a recording? Or is she a ghost? Or something else? Is she talking to us the way Minerva talked to Ezio?
No clue. I mean, who knows what else they were working on down here? There's still so many rooms we don't have access to.
But do you think she's like literally down here, waiting somewhere, still alive?
Still alive? That's
Yeah, kinda.
That means she'd be at least 75, 80,000 years old? So powerful, yeah, but not that powerful.
They came down here looking for a way to survive. Maybe they found one. Was it weird seeing Cross?
What do you mean?
It's different for you. You don't know about what happened, I guess.
Yeah,
For
she
a
was
long
friends with
time,
Hannah.
He was important to us. He was a different person.
Sean said he was a sleeper agent. Like Lucy.
It was different. She made a choice, but Cross, if you read the files, Abstergo just... They did terrible things to him.
Rebecca?
You're lucky. We all are. We have people who care about us, who look out for us. He was all alone, and the people he thought he could trust, they used him.
Did you know him?
No, but I knew Hannah.
Who's that?
She tried to help him. She trusted him. But there was a raid about a year ago. She stayed behind so the others could escape. Tried to reason with him to see if she could fix things.
Well, what happened?
What do you think happened? He killed her. That's what he does. That's all he knows how to do. Sometimes it seems like that's all any of us know how to do.
Rebecca.
I just want to be alone right now. I just want to be
Okay,
alone
cool.
right now.
We should check the emails because I forgot to do it last time. Not that they're too important in this game. They're really not. But, yeah, it's not like the... oh yeah, thank God these are things that they added. Yeah, either way. Yeah, there's nothing too important here. I don't believe any of this really ends up mattering too much. Yeah. Yeah, I don't... Wait, what is this? Okay, Connor's Piece of Eden. Yeah. These are from Juno. Hatham's blades. Yeah, he took them from someone. Which I believe that was in Forsaken. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can also replay the modern day missions from here. What's really strange though is that you can't replay them after you finish the game. Like, it's really weird.
Son, I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have lashed out like that. You have to understand, I've never been very good at this. Never mind that we live rather extraordinary lives.
Yeah, I kinda liked my ordinary one.
You can't escape who you are, Desmond.
So I've noticed.
Look, it's silly for us to go back and
Yeah,
forth
lip
like
syncing
this.
there was incredible.
I admit, I did a shitty job raising you. I apologize, I'm sorry. But it's important you understand it didn't come from a bad place. You're my son. I love you. I guess I was so busy trying to make sure nothing bad happened, I didn't consider the consequences. Truce.
I can't believe it's taken me so long to ask.
Oh, that's gonna ask Bell's mom, right?
How's Mom?
Yeah.
She's not...
No. Your mother is fine. We decided it was safer if we split up for this job.
Always assuming the worst.
For good reason.
But yeah, his mom's never actually
hi to her.
shown.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry
obviously
it
we
was
hear
too
her
risky.
voice in Revelations.
Maybe
but-
when we're done.
Right. When we're done.
Yeah. He's obviously, Desmond knows he's dying, right? At this point.
Have we ever tried to make peace with the Templars?
Throughout our history, there have been moments. Several, in fact. But it's impossible. There are existential differences, insurmountable. If there were to be unity, it wouldn't be a truce so much as a submission.
But knowing what's
Like
about to
in
happen,
Unity?
wouldn't it make sense to try and talk to Vidic? Come to an arrangement, even if it's only temporary?
We'd all be so busy watching our backs, nothing would get accomplished. Imagine that. We're more productive at war.
Well, have we ever tried sending in someone? Doing to them what they did to us with Lucy? Or Cross?
We have, and it's never worked. We've sent people who were either too weak and found themselves turned, or too strong and were unable to carry out the charade.
I just feel like we all want the same thing.
We use the same words, but that's all they are, words. In the end, it all comes down to freedom. We seek it, they detest it. And so there's never an end to the fight. Not until one side is completely gone.
Is that even possible?
Probably not. Our two groups have existed in one form or another since, well, since forever. But things can be better than they are. And that's something.
Did you look for me, Dad?
Goddamn, how many are
I
there?
was gone.
Every day.
Come on.
I mean it. Every night I'd look, searching for your name or variations of it, hoping you'd slip up. Abstergo only found you first because they had better access. A few more days and it would have been me.
Well, I'm here now.
And I'm glad.
I love how Juno's like walking on the top of the thing.
Do you think Lucy regretted what
Oh my
she
god,
was
how
doing?
many are there?
I used to think I knew her well, but clearly that wasn't the case. So I really can't give you an honest answer.
She She seemed so sincere, though. Like she really wanted to make a difference.
Yes, well, when I first met him, I thought the same thing about Cross.
It just keeps happening over and over again.
What does?
Everything.
Don't get weird on me, Desmond.
No, it's fine. I'm fine. Don't worry.
All right, then. You should think about getting back in the Animus. We've got to find that key.
Okay.
We should probably get back to Connor.
Alright, so let's go to Sean now. And then we're already over. We're at 40 minutes now, but whatever.
Ah, Desmond, there you are. Can I ask a favor?
Maybe.
When this is all over, I'd like to try turning the dial back on the Animus. Like, all the way back. To the time of the first civilization.
You think it would work?
There was no real loss of fidelity when you visited Altair. Then again, that was about 1,000 years ago, and I'm looking at going back at least 70,000 more.
Sure, I'd be up for it. Be interesting to see what things were like back then.
Excellent. I think it would prove most enlightening. So this is how it started.
What are you up to?
Oh my god, he's glitching
Brushing
out.
up on my American history? I say history. They certainly teach you strange things in the States.
Like what?
Well, for all the talk of this being a revolutionary war, it was a civil one. Well, not that kind of civil. I mean, there was no America versus Britain. It was Brit on Brit action. And you can clearly see how the whole thing got started. One war gave birth to the other.
You mean the 7 Years' War?
Exactly. Seems the Crown overspent in its attempt to keep the French out, wound up with a great deal of debt. Believing that the colonists should help to shoulder the burden, new taxes were created. It was a reasonable request, even if Parliament was rather, well, undiplomatic about it.
Well, it's not really fair to tax people for a war they didn't want any part of.
What? Didn't want any part of? Did you not notice George Washington with Edward Braddock? He was right there in the middle of it. So here you have the Crown spending who knows how much money to secure a place for the colonists to thrive, and then, when they ask for a little bit of help... Right, look, think of it this way. King George and the colonists, they all go out to dinner, right? And when the bill comes, George asks for them to kick in and pay their share. Fair enough. But keep in mind, he's been taking them out to dinner, gratis, for decades now. But the colonists, oh no, they insist they only had a glass of water and a side salad. Never mind the table's full of half-eaten food and empty bottles of wine. Now, when the king points this out, what do the colonists do? Oh, they flip the table over and they storm out the restaurant. Probably intending to turn later and burn it down.
You left out the part where the king pointed a gun at the colonists and asked them to cover dinner for everyone in the restaurant.
Right, yeah, interesting take. If he pulled out a gun, and I'm not sure he did, it would only have been after the 100th failed attempt at getting them to pay their fair share.
But how do you define someone's fair share?
Oh, well, with a war, apparently.
Okay.
I wonder how many other places like this exist.
There are dozens of them, all over the world.
And somehow no one's ever found one before us.
I don't think that's true.
Oh?
When I was at Abstergo, Vidic talked about silencing discoveries made by non-Templars. And I'm sure Abstergo has dug up plenty.
The things they must know.
Regretting throwing in with us?
No. Just looking forward to when we can finally trounce those bastards so I can dive into their archives. Oh, I think I found a lead on another power source. Later, Desmond. I'm in the middle of something very important right now.
Alright.
That's a rule. Just follow that as a rule.
Alright, we're going to end the episode here. Next episode, we'll return. Start sequence 6. Well, I mean, we won't. Whatever. We're supposed to start sequence 6. Actually, I love how this Animus is, like, literally just on a rock. But, yeah, we'll go ahead and, re-enter an Animus. Probably do homestead missions, I'm thinking. So, yeah. But for now, thanks for watching.